This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, fatal accident on I-64. Details released on West Boggs drowning accident. Road closed for bridge repair. Jasper comprehensive plan. And WJTS Inform continues with State Senator Mark Messmer. All this and more coming up next on 18 WJTS News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jenna Schaffer with the WJTS News. One person was killed in a car versus semi accident early Thursday afternoon along Interstate 64 in Spencer County. Shortly after noon yesterday, troopers with the Indiana State Police responded to the fatal accident along I-64 west of Ferdinand near the 60-mile marker. Multiple Indiana State Police accident reconstructionists were on scene for over 5 hours, piecing together the events that led up to the accident. Preliminary investigation by police revealed an eastbound vehicle drove off the north side of the roadway, crossed over the median before colliding with a westbound 2016 Freightliner semi driven by 32-year-old Paul Reckner of Sweetwater, Texas. Police say Reckner was not injured during the crash, but he was taken to a local hospital by a trooper for a certified chemical test, which police say is standard protocol for those involved in an injury accident. Drugs and alcohol are not suspected to be a factor at this time. The deceased was removed from the crash scene and taken to the Carter Township Volunteer Fire Department, where an autopsy was performed. Police say due to the severity of the impact, the Spencer County Coroner's Office will not be able to make a positive identification for several days. Troopers were assisted at the scene by the Santa Claus Police Department, the Spencer County Sheriff's Department, the Carter Township Volunteer Fire Department, the Spencer County Coroner's Office, and the Indiana Department of Transportation. Authorities have released the name of an elderly Harrison County man who died in a drowning accident Wednesday afternoon at West Boggs Lake in Daviess County. Conservation officers with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources say 79-year-old Herbert Stickler of Ramsey was fishing with a family member when his fishing lure got snagged on a log. Officers say while attempting to free his line, Stickler fell in the water and an attempt to rescue him by his fishing partner was unsuccessful. An autopsy performed Thursday found that the cause of death was related to a medical condition and not a drowning. Officers say the depth of the water where the accident occurred was approximately 3 to 4 feet. They say Stickler was not wearing a life jacket when he entered the water. Responding agencies include the Daviess County Sheriff's Department, the Indiana State Police, West Boggs Park Rangers, the Daviess County Coroner's Office, and Southwest Medical EMS. Indiana conservation officers strongly encourage wearing a life jacket while boating or near water. Officials with the Du Bois County Highway Department say due to undisclosed and unforeseen circumstances, the department has closed down County Road 550 South, 900 feet west of County Road 245 East for bridge repair. Once again, due to unforeseen circumstances, officials with the Du Bois County Highway Department say the department has closed down County Road 550 South, 900 feet west of County Road 245 East for bridge repair. They say the closing will last 1 week and take effect immediately. Last night, the City of Jasper hosted a second public workshop that focused on the vision, goals, and strategies for the Impact Jasper Comprehensive Plan. The Comprehensive Plan is a plan that examines future possibilities and establishes a defined direction for the community. This plan will help implement new programs and policies for the city, create yearly budgets, and will be used for tools and funding sources that are available for implementing recommendations. Renee Kabrick, the attorney for the City of Jasper, says many steps have already been taken to turn the community into a regional hub.
For the past 7 or 8 years, we have really checked all the boxes on our existing comprehensive plan. It's got many of the developments that you see going on in our community came from ideas that were in that original comprehensive plan. Since we've done most of those items, accomplished most of what we had planned, we knew that it was time to begin the development of a new comprehensive plan. So this Impact Jasper comprehensive plan does just that.
The workshop saw patrons from across the city step into the Parklands Pavilion, where they could tell city officials firsthand what they want to see in regards to the city of Jasper's future through different surveys. Around the pavilion were representatives to help those learn about the plan. Several boards were left with suggestions already taken from the city in the past. Here they would be able to pinpoint where they would want to focus through the use of sticker surveys and writing down specifics of what they would want to see. Kay Brooks says it's important for the community to come out to these events so they can have a say in what goes on in their community.
A good plan for a city is a plan that's supported by its community. And so it's impossible to know what the priorities are that our citizens want without having their input in this comprehensive planning process. So we ask as many people as we can to come out and take part in these events so that they can give us their input and we can use their ideas, their desired priorities in planning how to go forward.
Each board showed focused on something different, splitting those focuses to the economy, community, legacy, and livability. From there, it was broken down further to focus on community features, trends, goals, quality of life, transportation, and other areas. For more information on the Impact Jasper Comprehensive Plan, you can visit their website at impactjasper.com or find them on Facebook at facebook.com/ImpactJasperPlan. The Jasper High School Interact Club is raising funds to be used for tornado-stricken areas in Alabama. The Interact Club, which officially formed in the fall of 2018, is sponsored by the Rotary Club of Jasper. Interact Clubs organize 2 projects each year, one that helps their school or community and another that promotes international understanding. The Interact Club's International Committee, led by Junior Breezer, chose disaster relief as their area of focus for the 2018-2019 school year. After a series of deadly tornadoes struck Lee County in eastern Alabama on March 3rd, the local students sprang into action. They have had 2 bake sales at the high school and also plan to fix puppy chow to sell at the school. The Interact Club has already raised in excess of $120 to be sent to Alabama's tornado relief. Club plans also include placing donation containers at Jasper businesses. Their fundraising efforts will continue until Friday, April 19th. The sponsoring Rotary Club of Jasper is also taking part in the tornado relief project. Members are donating funds at their weekly meetings to augment the funds raised by their high school club. Members of the public are encouraged to join in this fundraising effort. If you would like to make a donation, contact any Rotary Club member or reach out to the club through their Facebook page at facebook.com/Rotary Club of Jasper, Indiana. Once again, donations will be accepted until Friday, April 19th. For more information, contact Megan Johnson, the Interact Club sponsor at Jasper High School, or Rotary Club of Jasper member Judy Brown at 812-482-1171, extension 3446. A medical helicopter transported an injured logger from an accident scene earlier this week in northern Daviess County. Emergency crews were alerted of the accident around 12:40 Tuesday afternoon and responded to the accident scene along the 15,000 block of North County Road 350 East. Authorities say 57-year-old Jerry Adkins of Custer, Kentucky, was working east of US 231 with a logging crew when a limb from a felled tree hit him in the head. They say he was wearing a hard hat, but the impact caused the hat to break. Daviess County Sheriff Gary Allison says Custer was alert and did not lose consciousness, but did have a head injury. Adkins was transported to Odin Park, where a helicopter landed and took him to Deaconess Hospital in Evansville for treatment. Assisting at the scene were first responders from the Odin Volunteer Fire Department, the Madison Township Volunteer Fire Department, and a Southwest Medical Ambulance Service crew. The Mid-States Corridor Regional Development Authority and the Indiana Department of Transportation have announced that they have selected the Lockmuller Group of Evansville as the consultant for completion of a Tier 1 study for the Mid-States Corridor project. This selection is the culmination of an intensive 2-step selection process jointly conducted by the RDA and NDOT over the course of the past several months. The RDA says the next steps in the process will include the scoping of the project and final contract negotiations between the RDA, NDOT, and the Lockmuller Group. As has been the case throughout the selection process, the RDA and NDOT will be working together during this next phase of the contract negotiation process, which is expected to commence early this month and is expected to take approximately 2 months to finalize. The initiation of their Tier 1 study is expected to begin immediately following the execution of the contract with the Lockmuller Group, with a projected completion date within 2 years. In a release, Mark Schrader, chairman of the Mid-States Corridor Regional Development Authority, says the completion of the consultant selection process for a Tier 1 study is a critical first step in the RDA's ultimate goal of upgrading the existing 4-lane US 231 from the Ohio River Bridge in Spencer County, Indiana to Interstate 64, and constructing a new upgraded 4-lane highway through DuBois County, originating at the I-64 Dale Exchange and connecting with Interstate 69. Schrader says Lockmuller Group's expertise, gained from its involvement with the successful construction of I-69 between Evansville and Indianapolis, makes them uniquely qualified to lead this portion of the Mid-States Corridor project. The Mid-States Corridor Regional Development Authority initiative originated as a locally sponsored and funded infrastructure project, which was made possible by recent legislation sponsored by Indiana Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper and U.S. Senator Mike Braun. The legislation, which was commonly known as Indiana Senate Bill 128, took effect on July 1, 2017. 4 new troopers were assigned this week to the Jasper post of the Indiana State Police. Troopers Teresa Bowling, Clay Ford, Patrick Gallagher, and Christopher Rainey were among 51 troopers who received their first patrol vehicles after first graduating from the Indiana State Police Recruit Academy in December after successfully completing 22 weeks of intense training. The 1,000 hours of instruction included schooling in criminal and traffic law, crash investigation, emergency vehicle operations, defensive tactics, firearms, and a host of other subjects related to modern policing. All 4 had been riding with and being evaluated by veteran state troopers over the past 3 months. Trooper Teresa Bowling is a native of Holland and a 2012 graduate of Southridge High School. She attended the University of Southern Indiana, where she earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and sociology in 2016. Teresa is a former officer with the Huntingburg Police Department. A native of Mount Vernon, Trooper Clay Ford is a 2013 graduate of Mount Vernon High School. Ford attended Oakland City University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 2017. Trooper Patrick Gallagher, a DePaul native, graduated from Gallagher Academy of Indiana High School in 2009 before serving in the United States Navy as an active-duty fire control technician. And Salem native and 2011 Salem High School grad Trooper Christopher Rainey attended Franklin College, where he earned a bachelor's degree in athletic training in 2015. The 4 new troopers will now begin solo patrol in the Jasper District, which covers DuBois, Spencer, Crawford, Davies, Martin, Orange, and Perry counties. Stay tuned. Weather, sports, and inform are coming up next on 18 WJTS News.